With a vengeance, I would say.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Gary. Well, we are almost 2 weeks into the new year, and some of you may have already forgotten about your New Year's resolutions. But if you haven't forgotten, how do you keep that momentum? And if you have fallen off the wagon, we'll have tips to help you get back on. Life coach Sally Sappinen joins us now with some tips. Sally, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Sean.
All right, so this is the first of the year. You know, I must admit, I did not make a New Year's resolution this year for the very first time. But for everyone else who did, what is the first mistake we make when we actually pick a resolution?
So I think it's first making sure that it's specific and clear, because we often make it vague enough. Like, I want to spend more time with friends. Making it more specific by saying I want to make social plans with friends at least once a week.
I like that, being very specific about that. Like, I plan to lose 15 pounds by March or something like that.
That's right.
We know when you're talking about this, you break how to keep your resolutions down into 5 different, the W's. The who, the what, the when, the where, and the why. Explain what you mean by that, and let's start with the who.
Yeah, so it's helpful to break it down into this way. So who are you going to tell? Get it out there. That's your support team, the people that you tell. So ask them to keep you accountable. Ask them to check in with you and make sure that you're making progress. And ask them to check in with you on regular intervals, whether it's daily or weekly.
Love that. All right, let's talk about the what.
What is really important to you to make a change? Change is not easy. So you want to make sure it's meaningful. You want to make sure that it's positive and possible. Our brain can't really convert the negative. So instead of saying, I'm not going to press the snooze alarm in the morning anymore. Instead, say, I am going to start and rise and start my day when the alarm goes off.
I did not make that resolution because I'll push that button like 6 times. All right, let's hit the where.
So where do we feel this in our body when that change is successful? It's sometimes good to get that feeling in our body even before it happens, so that we can have that visual image. So for me, I have a stack of books by my bed. So how is that going to feel when I finish that stack of books? It's going to feel great.
Indeed. And last but not least, let's get to the why.
The why is the most important, actually, and it's the forsake of what. So why are we making this change? And it's usually something bigger than losing the 15 pounds. It's because we want to play tag with our kids and not feel like we're going to hyperventilate.
Indeed. I think those are all great things to remember. The who, what, the why. Let me get it right. The who, the what, the when, the where, and the why. Very important, and hopefully for everyone who made resolutions, we can now keep them. Life coach Sally Sappinen, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks, Sean.